You guessed it, folks. No, another bridge. Look at that amount of sand. Or sediment. Absolutely massive. Nose ring. Really?
It used to be on a good day.
If you're in Lagan, go to the Lagan Stores Coffee, Bothy and Gallery. I think it's the only coffee shop in the little kind of village, and the service. It's so nice to get a good meal. Look at this, man. The weather's coming in, but there's like another 100 meters to climb, which is bugger all really. So hopefully I'm not expecting to get too wet. I'm heading to a Bothy myself, speaking of which is where I'm hoping to stay tonight. It's about so I'm heading along I think it's the 86. Wait for the car, wait for the car, wait for the car. Also able to charge up my phone a little bit in there, which really helps, so I can stay out to play for a bit longer. Otherwise, I'm going to have to hit a hotel, because otherwise I couldn't show you guys this stuff. But yes, I think it's 6 or 7 miles ish. To the Bothy, and then it's Newton more after that, which will probably be tomorrow, which is the penultimate day. So best get cracking with this one. Bring you back in a bit. Do it again, do it again. Do it again. You beautiful little... Hey. Stinky. You're gonna nip me, aren't you? Your mama's gonna... Alright, I get the message. You don't want to play? Thanks for putting up with me. See ya. Bye. I've got that song in my head, and I'm the last man standing. Woohoo! So I've just come off the A86, and I'm up, heading north now to Dalashanag Bothy. I hope I've not mispronounced that. So apparently a lot less boggy than the official route, which I'll point out later as I do the map walkthrough. But yeah, I think it's a 2-hour walk from here, maybe a bit more, 2.5 I'd say. So we'll get there just before dark, hopefully. Hopefully it's open. If not, I've got the tent, so no worries there. Rain's kind of light. The gradient has been gradual. I don't know what I'm talking about. And 100 meter gain between down in the village compared to where we're headed. Nothing too crazy, but just it's beautiful. Loads of ferns. I quite like a bit of the water on the face. Feeling good. Something's gone down my leg. It's my phone probably. No, I'm filming on it. You back in a bit, yeah? Stop waffling, yeah? Love you, bye. It's through. Right, that is Sliab Dan, I believe. And then beyond that is Ben Moor. Look at this, man. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, see it in person, it's amazing. So we're traversing, if that's the word, just walking around it. You can see the path in the distance up to the Bothy. Look at that, man. Look at that. That is incredible. Look at that. That is insane. Zoom you out. Zoom. That is insane, man. Look, some of the spots here. So there's a water source. I'm following this kind of little stream all the way up to the Bothy. And perfect camping spot out here. Probably a bit exposed, but if you want to be anywhere more remote, I mean, look at this. What a stunning place for a camp. It's incredible. I'm really starting to enjoy this walk now, man. Like, it's just, it's chilled, which is what I like. It's no kind of crazy stuff. Like, I've been up there in that kind of mist before, and it's not that fun because you can't see and it's hard to navigate, especially without signage like on this route. But, I mean, that just blows my mind. That it's something out of like a movie. Just see the peak of you can just see the peak of a mountain coming out the cloud. Well, what do we have here? Let's hope it's open. I really hope. Please be open, please be open, please be open, please be open, please be open. Ah, look. There's a gate. I just met a lady and she was like, oh, it's a smashing Bothy. It's like, is it open? She's like, no idea. Mate, Sketcherama. Oh yeah. Oh mate. I wouldn't say no. Cozy ones. Exec decision. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here for sure. Look, it's cool. It's early, it's like 4. We've got another hour and a half till dark, but I'm soaking wet. My feet are wet. My tent's wet. There's a little bit of wood in there, so I might be able to just dry some stuff, but definitely can hang it up. And I've got a flat surface in there probably as well. I'll sleep. Might just put the inner tent up because I'm not a fan of insects, if I'm honest. And then tomorrow will have to be a big one. Getting off of here, I'm not going to want to do it in the dark tomorrow early, to be honest, because there's a lot of moor and river crossings and stuff. So let's get a couple of hours into Newton Moor, which is the next stop. It's about 2 hours away, I reckon, probably about 6 miles, and then Kingussie after that, and then King Craig, and then pretty much Aviemore. Tomorrow's the penultimate day. My flight leaves the day after tomorrow, but getting off of here tomorrow will be the big one. No reception on my phone tonight. Cam was gonna love me, and actually last time that happened she didn't really care, to be honest. She's like, yeah, I knew you had no reception, you're in the middle of nowhere. Start super early on the final day and smash out 18 miles. Just smash one out and do that tonight. Getting down off here, there's no kind of official path, so it's going to be tricky. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can get this fire going and just string up some of my stuff. Today was an absolute beast, mate. So I started here all the way up here. I can't actually remember this, to be honest. This was a long old section, and a bit confusing as well. Midgie. Let me turn it over. So then onto this. Where are we? Flip it around, mate.
What's your YouTube channel?
Right, I'm continuing this in my tent in the bothy. Kinloch Lagan through here, and then up River Patak, and then the Patak Falls. Didn't actually see the Patak Falls. Kept going up into Fagor. Now met a nice woman called Robin who let me have her honesty box, which was awesome. Then Blackwood. This is like the steepest section of the whole walk, I would say, and it wasn't particularly kind of challenging too much anyway. And then I was going to take this little route down into the wolf tracks, but apparently it was closed, and according to Robin, so I didn't do that. So I went this way. You get onto the road pretty quickly. This is quite a long old trip into Lagan then. And then I had an awesome, like a little lunch in Lagan. Then I was expecting this to take ages to get to the bothy. This took quite a bit of time. This road is probably about a mile, to be honest. No, sorry, maybe longer. It took me about an hour. I didn't go this way because the guy, the absolute G, told me, and if you're doing this walk, take this route instead. Particularly if it's like in October, which I'm doing it in, because this route here was completely bogged out, and it was all sort of, there's no path there, right, according to this dotted line. So I took this route instead. So it may have been slightly longer, but all the way up to here, and there was no issues. Then got on this stretch here, not much of an incline, about 100 feet. Then up to the bothy where I'm staying now, and that's where we're staying. The memory board here, so comment of the memory board. We had the fish and chips. It's basically the door into the next room. I will, chaps, I will. Welcome back, good morning. Hopefully you can hear me. Just enjoying a coffee made on the jet boil. That thing is impressive. Boils water so quick. Less than a minute and you've got a hot drink. So stayed in the bothy last night. The reason I'm being quiet is Met a guy called Adam. He's got a Helleberg Nano 2 outside, which we were just talking about gear of family and all that stuff. Really nice guy. He basically has a job at The Chase, the TV program, and he writes jokes for them. I had a few whiskies. I got 10 envy, and it was a really, really good night. So just woken up now. It's just getting light outside. I've got 3 river crossings to do today. all just to get off of this kind of moor section where we are now, and then into Newton Moor. We'd got the fire going. That was amazing. So it stayed warm for a bit, then I woke up in the middle of the night and it was freezing. But right, I'm gonna get moving, I think. We just crossed that. Now got to follow the river all the way down. That was a bit tricky, but it was alright. It was alright. I think there were a couple more crossings, and there's the bothy. We're headed potentially to that in the distance. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to follow the river down if it's not too boggy. We need to get in between those two sort of mountains over there. This kind of shizzle. Right, this one looks a lot easier. I'll say that. See if I can do it without stacking. Woo. These are slippery, these rocks are. Come on. Oh, mate, I need to put the camera down. I can't. So gonna stack it. That is going to be slippy, that one. That's the key rock, that one. And then you're there. Yeah! Yeah! Woo! I need to cross there, but I've came back up because it's too wide. I've just jumped this, which just about made it. I think there's another small crossing because all the rivers converge, so there's one more to go. Stacked it, mate. Stacked it, man down. I just crossed there. Not as bad as it looks. But my pole got stuck and I stacked it onto here, not wet. Oh yeah. Amateurs. Cap fell off. Oh, we got through it. We got through. That was fun. And that last one was just testing. So if you're doing this, just walk up towards the mountains. There's a disused sort of farmhouse type thing there. You can just keep walking up and it gets narrower and easier to cross. I just got lazy, so I did cross there. I thought I could do that. But basically the rock gave way. I stacked it on my pole, dug into the ground, then managed to leap onto the bank in time. So we're all good. So should be joining up with the path very soon now, I think. Ah, look. Oh, free from bog. We're onto the path into Newton Moor. Why can I never remember the name of that place? So that took about an hour and 20 minutes or so just to walk a mile and a half, maybe. It was so boggy. Slipped a couple of times, nearly fell into the river, but got through. It's all part of the fun and games. But yeah, Newton Moor, that word, imminent. I reckon I could get there in an hour. Let's see how we do. Colder. Wildcat route, I guess. It's not the way I'm going though. Oh my god, I've just seen a wildcat. Look, it'll be really quiet. Dad joke. Right, that was a nice little refresh. Nice coffee. Had a Scottish breakfast, not an English breakfast, a Scottish breakfast. Full. And I'm beelining. I've made a beeline for Kingussie from King Newton, we've just left, and just taking the direct A road. Everything is running out of battery, so I've made the decision. I booked a hotel in Kingussie just to get a shower because I smell and I can't. Got very little battery. very little battery on anything. The GoPro's ran out, so it's just the phone. So I need to charge up, and I'm going to take stock. It leaves me with a big day tomorrow. I've got an 18-miler tomorrow, but I can get up at the crack of dawn. That's fine, and then we'll get moving tomorrow. So yeah, about an hour away from. Oh, I can't wait for a nice shower, and got to walk on this A road, which is a bit. Don't do this if you're doing this. It's a bit sketchy. There's no actual path, look, and it's really busy. National speed limit and all that. So yeah, beelining to King Usi, rest up there. I'll take you through the map, and we'll start again tomorrow very early because we need to get to Aviemore for about 1 p.m. to get the train back. Loch Inch. Good morning, for me at least. It's not bad view. Just leaving Kincraig. So it's the last 10 miles, it's the home stretch. It's hard to believe that it's over. I'm on day 5 now. It's about 7:30 in the morning, so it's still... Sun doesn't rise until 8 here, or just before 8 at this time of year. It's October, so a little bit more to go, but I'm just going to enjoy this last few miles as I stroll into Aviemore. So that's a way marker for the Badenoch Way, which runs between Loch Inch and Ruthven Barracks, according to my notes. Look how beautiful this is. It's probably very hard to see me. It's the River Feshie just over to my left, and the smell of pine as you walk through is just intoxicating. It's so nice. Definitely my style of gait. Woo! Wouldn't want to fall in there. Woo-hoo-hoo! So I've just come out of this forest section here. That's straight onto my left. There's just a cull of trees completely separating, you know, the forest essentially, and then over to the right as well. It's pretty, you can just get the sense of the scale of it. Is it me, or does that seem a little bit overkill? I think if I was to sum up the East Highland Way, I would say that, not to underestimate it, it's 82 miles, and on paper that sounds like a shorter distance compared to some of the other walks. For example, the Coast to Coastal West Highland Way. However, it's quite remote, you don't see many people at all, and it was only devised in 2007, I believe, so due to that also, there are fewer way easier to get lost, so navigation is key. Also, I mean, it's flat, so that makes it relatively easy. However, there are quite long spells, for me day 2 and 3, where you're not going to have access to any accommodation and sometimes reception for quite long periods, and running out of battery and all that kind of stuff is an issue if you're recording, as I found out. So probably more one for the YouTubers, but it's such a great trail. For me, it's a bit of a confidence builder after I'm joking. Now, after I hurt my ankles on the West Highland Way roughly this time last year, and so it's just building up to getting through that really, and fully recovered now more or less. And this has just been a kind of confidence builder really in terms of the physical aspects. I did slow down for the last couple of days in terms of the distance, but I've held up pretty well. Of course you're going to hurt a little bit on these kind of walks, but yeah, not too bad. I did lose something again. That's my walking poles in a pub yesterday, so I'm going to call through and I'm hoping they'll send them back, but I can't go back and get them. It's just not. There are buses and trains every sort of couple of hours. It's not the kind of thing you can do, so hopefully I'll get them back. I can't imagine anyone being in that forest. It's like I walk past these places and I'm just thinking, has anyone been there for like 100 years? And I'm sure people have, but it's just so vast. Like the Cairn Gorms, stunning. This is the Om jacket, and I'll put gear links below all the videos when I create them. But it's 100% nylon. It's like a paper, plastic bag almost. It's super thin. And we'll do some reviews of this stuff, or perhaps just a gear run through in a separate video. But it doesn't breathe, man. I am soaking. Forecast was rain today. And then I had a more detailed look at the weather yesterday evening, and it said 30-40%. So raining first thing, but then it stopped during the day, and that's been quite consistent for the last, well, since I started 4 or 5 days ago. I've had a few hours of rain, but I'm really lucky so far. I've done so many of these where it's just like loads of trees piled on one on top of another, but it's just every time I see it I'm like, that's so cool. On the wrong way. It's very subtle because you're following this path and you just think, yeah, blindly follow. And Google Maps, which I use Google Maps on my phone as well as my tangible handheld map, Harvey, to guide me through. But I should have taken this turn. We've been sort of heading northeast for the whole trip, but I think according to the map we're pretty much, yeah, directly south of Aviemore. No one's ever put a GoPro up there before. So this is what I can see. Wow. It's so spooky. Remarks. Someone's written spooky. You can't see that. There's a wicked camping spot though. Really flat bit of grass and a couple of nice logs to sit on. A couple of campers there as well. I think a guy and his children actually. In about a mile or so there's a massive lock coming up and there's a castle in the middle of it, I think. No walking poles. Seems tame in comparison. That was alright. That is ripe for a swim, isn't it? Oh, just don't have the time. Don't have the time this morning. Got a train to catch. Oh, it's not that cold, man. Not that cold. That beautiful old castle ruins. Whoa. Wouldn't want any of that to fall on me. Midges. I see some midges just coming off the lock. It's a lot milder today. Maybe time for one more lock. waterproof jacket. It started raining as we do the victory. It's like the last 100 meters in the marathon, you know. Done it. It says just before the information shop and in between the station, just past the station, information shop is down there. We're done. 82 miles. Nailed it. And emotional. Carried my gas all the way with me. I can't take on the plane. Didn't need to. Oh well. If you've enjoyed watching, do subscribe and hit the like button. I don't know when I'm going to do another long distance walk, although this one was enjoyable. What have we got here? What have we got here? Oh yeah. Got to sample the local produce. No, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace. We did it. That was long. Right guys, I didn't do a final map update. We're back in London now, so I've got my mug of tea, and I've got a cone that I found in Blackwood as a souvenir. But the final walk was, Bothy was here. There was no path, so it was really boggy. It took me like an hour and a half just to walk 1 mile. So this was a long old stretch out. There was some beautiful little sort of ancient village disused buildings around here. Then headed on into Newton Moor. Coffee in Newton Moor. Then I missed out this section. Keen to get to Kingussie, so I walked along the road. Wouldn't advise it, it's a little bit dangerous. Stayed in Kingussie, lovely little place, had a really nice stay there. And then there's this separate route here. This is about an 8-mile route all the way up into King Craig. Now what I did, I just got up super early the next day and bussed it. I was on my last day and I didn't have enough time. So got to King Craig, missed out that short section, and then from King Craig through the woods and then some beautiful locks, Drake's Bothy, a little bit underwhelming but pretty spooky. And then up into these locks were beautiful. This castle was amazing. Then you turn right at Milton Cottage, and then it's a short walk into Aviemore, and it sort of ends between the station, which I think is there, and then the information centre. There's no official end, but that's it guys.